Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. We are a little bit later today than usual. Sorry. But I've got a couple things that I would like to read and go over that I started looking at. So, as everybody kind of already knows, there has been what I'm going to call the battle of the fundraisers. So, with all this situation that's happened in Letcher County, you've got as soon as this really hit with what happened with Mickey and Judge, someone put up a GoFundMe donation site or whatever for Mickey's family. And so we're going to take it. And then after that one was established, you had our Commonwealth, the Letcher County Commonwealth Attorney, put up a GoFundMe fundraiser for judges' kids. And so we're going to go look at these and see. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. All right. So this is the first one. This one is for Mickey's wife and daughter. And I'm going to read them. Okay, so this one was started. Let's see if it'll give us, and we're going to look at everybody. It was created September 25th, 2024. My name is Ginger Isaac. I am Caroline's sister-in-law. I am setting this donation page because so many people have asked, and this is the only way I can think of to be helpful. Please consider donating to assist the family of Sheriff Mickey Steins to help with the expenses that they will encounter during this tragic time. This family is near and dear to my family's hearts. The rumor about their daughter being sexually abused is false. We don't want anyone donating under false pretenses. Mickey and Caroline have spent their lives taking care of others, and I want to help take care of them. If you cannot donate, please share this on social media. The family deserves prayers for everyone who has been affected. We were made aware, and then this, I think, was added later. But I'm not sure, but I think it was. It says in parentheses or quotation marks, we were made aware that we cannot use this platform to assist in fees regarding to this case. The funds will only be used for needs of Caroline and Lila. We apologize if it came across this way. God bless everyone. And so the goal of this fundraiser was $50,000. And there has been $9,612 raised so far. Let's go look at the donors. So we'll go to the top. So there's a $1,000 donation, another $1,000 donation, a $500 donation, a $300 donation, another $300, $250, $218, $200, $200, $200, and then the rest. There's a whole bunch of hundreds. And that was just for the top ones. They've got a whole bunch of little ones too. $10, $100, $100, 50, 50, 25, 20, 50. Okay. And so that is for Mickey's family. And I got to thinking about that. Okay, so Mickey said in the court hearing that he made $115,000 for this year. I looked up Caroline, his wife, has been working for Double Quick, I guess, is who the head would be. And she's been there for years. But I tried to look up and see what the salaries were, and I don't know how much she makes, but she's been there for a very, very, very long time, and she has a pretty secure job, a pretty good job. And so I just thought that was kind of interesting. Now let's go over here and look at judges. I've got some numbers in my phone I'm going to read here in just a second. All right. So this one is the GoFundMe that our Commonwealth attorney, Matt Butler, put together. Okay. Matthew Butler is organizing this fundraiser. Support Judge Kevin Mullins' daughter's education. He asked for a $25,000 goal. And there's only been $1,500, $1,595 raised. Let's go read. And he put it together. Does it say when it was? Yep. October 4th, 2024. That was when it was started. And it says, Letcher District Judge Kevin R. Mullins was unalived in the courthouse where he worked to help people. Judge Mullins' two daughters deserve our support, and an educational trust has been established so that the community can help put them through college. Are you kidding me? Like, those were the words that you decided to use? I think that was just a little bit. Why should the community put his kids through college? I'm just saying. Okay. And let me see. And that's all it says on. So let's go look at the donors for this one. All right. We'll go to the top donors. So you've got a $300, $200, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, $50, $50, $50, and $50. Let's see. Is there any lower than that? Yeah. 50, 10, 20, 25, 10, 20, 25, 25, 40, 25, and 40. And so those are the donations. I call it the Battle of the Fundraisers. And it looks like a whole lot more people have donated to Mickey's family than they have to Judge's. But I just thought that was very interesting. What do you guys think? Hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, Miss Betty. CC. LS. Everybody hit the like button. Yes. Thank you to so many more people have been subscribing and hitting that button. My analytics had said before that like 90% of my viewers weren't subscribed, but I looked yesterday and there were like I think it was 65 or 70% weren't subscribed. Hello, love bug 53. All right, and then I found the video that I wanted to show. I'm going to quit sharing this, though, since we've been having trouble with the volume. I'm going to reshare it. I found it. Okay, now this was, it's pretty old, but I think it's very fascinating. July 21st, 2015. Okay.
A new state audit highlights deficits, a lack of finances, and other problems at the Letcher County Sheriff's Office. The department's finances created some tense moments during last night's meeting of the Letcher County Fiscal Court. Letcher County Sheriff Danny Webb asked the court to consider an increase in county funding to the department. As WYMT's Matthew Rand reports, County Judge Executive Jim Ward told the sheriff there's no room in the county budget.
In the report, state auditors say the sheriff's department needs to enact measures that include improving controls over receipts and payroll, eliminating a $23,000 deficit in the 2011 fee account, and putting an end to commingling money with other public funds to cover expenditures. Sheriff's department officials say the sheriff asked the fiscal court for $60,000 to cover hazardous duty retirement, which Judge Executive Jim Ward calls double retirement.
They could give up the double retirement and fix their own problems internally. They can elect to do that.
Auditors also found that on 2 occasions, money from drug investigations went missing from evidence. With no additional funding available in the county budget, Ward says he would have to take the money from the pockets of county workers.
I refuse to lay county employees off or cut their health insurance or not pay their retirement so that the sheriff and his department can have double retirement. I refuse to do that.
3 Sheriff's Department
Jim
employees
Ward.
already received layoff notices earlier this month.
I'm worried if I'm going to have a job, and so is everyone else. I don't want to see anybody lose their job, regardless who it is.
Sheriff's Department officials say more layoffs and cuts to services are likely. In Letcher County, Matthew Rand, WYMT Mountain News.
Judge Ward also noted that over the last 8 years, the fiscal court has paid more than $2.7 million to help fund the sheriff's office. Sheriff Danny Webb was not immediately available for comment. You can read the auditor's report later this evening on our website, WYMT.com.
Okay. Did you hear that? $2.7 million is what Letcher County citizens, taxpayer money was given to the Letcher County Sheriff's Office prior. Okay. Now, that was our old judge executive, Jim Ward, or Letcher County's old, he was our last judge executive. And we are going to look, let me see if I can, let me sharing that real quick and let me pull up these other ones that I found. Let me figure out where to go now. Let's see. We want to go to this one. Okay. I'll have to pull them other ones up here in just a second. Now, I also wanted to go look at this PVA. All right. Now, do you guys remember at the court hearing for Mickey, they asked Mickey what the value, the judge asked him what the value of his home was. And he said, oh, it's paid for. And he was like, the judge was like, yeah, well, how much is it worth? And he was like, $45,000. Okay. So we're gonna, I'm just gonna, from all the information I looked up on salaries and stuff, I'm gonna guess anywhere between 30 and 50,000 a year is what, maybe I'm just guessing that the wife makes. The husband, 115,000. Your house is only 45,000. Okay, so let's go look at the Letcher County Property Valuation Administrator, Ricky Rose. This is the Letcher County PVA office. And this is where, I guess, your property is valued. So, and I don't know anything about this, so I was kind of looking. So let's read what it says. Welcome to the website for the PVA office of Letcher County. In recent years, the property valuation administrators' offices have had to handle an increasing number of requests for information from appraisers, bankers, other government officials, and property owners. This has required the PVA and staff to develop innovative procedures so that the additional workload can be handled in an efficient manner. The internet has opened up a new opportunity for our office to better serve you, the taxpayer. This website is dedicated to promoting a realistic goal to help the public understand the workings of the PVA office and the steps that are followed to treat everyone fairly and in an equitable manner. The Letcher County PVA office will maintain the website to address questions about Kentucky's property tax system. New policies and procedures and current statutes will be posted to keep taxpayers informed. Current certified tax roll assessments, characteristics when available, as well as ownership information will be available. Visit our tax roll site for complete information. Let's see. Kentucky property tax law establishes the assessment date as of January 1st. All property is assessed as of that date. Ownership of property for tax purposes is also set by the January 1st requirement. If a property is purchased after that date, state statute requires the tax bill be issued in the name of the former owner. Okay. So let's see. Duties of PVA, property tax talk, Kentucky tax calendar, general tax information. Property tax talk. Let's go see what that says. Kentucky has had a tax on property since June 1st, 1792, the date the state was created. Different classifications of property. Real property includes all lands within this state and improvements thereon. Personal property includes every species and character of property, tangible and intangible, other than real property. Tangible personal property includes automobiles, construction equipment, manufacturing machinery, merchandise, livestock, and furniture and fixtures. Intangible personal property includes property which has no intrinsic value, such as bonds, mortgages, notes, and accounts receivable. The Kentucky Constitution provides two key directives in the structure of the property tax system. One is that all property not specifically exempted by the Constitution itself is taxable. The other is that all property must be assessed at fair cash value. Two amendments were passed to lessen the tax burden on certain groups of property owners. Okay, and those don't apply. Okay, so what really stuck out to me is they put up a GoFundMe for trying to raise more money than what their house is even worth. I mean, am I the only one that thinks that's a little bit weird? Or maybe asking just a little too much from people in the community? You know, like, most of us are poor. I don't know about you, but it takes everything I have to live and to pay my bills and take care of my kids. There we go. Let me go back over here and read what I found. Okay, so these were just some averages that I found, but okay, according to available data, a district judge in Kentucky earns an average salary of around $140,000 a year. The number that it actually says is $139,650. So you might as well say $140,000 a year. A year. That's every year. But yet they want the community to put his kids through school, through college. Now, the average salary that it gives, key points about Kentucky district judge salaries, they can fluctuate a little bit. So the average salary is around $140,000. The source was through Career Explorer. That was the source that we used. Statewide average for elected judicial officials, it says, is like 88,160. But there were lots of different factors that factor in there, like how long they've been there, how much experience and stuff that they have. So all those can kind of fluctuate. All right. Then I wanted to look and see how much a Commonwealth attorney makes. So, because, family's family, right? According to ZipRecruiter, a Commonwealth attorney in Kentucky can expect to make an average salary of around $85,127 per year, with the 25th percentile earning around $69,500 and the 75th percentile earning around $112,900. So you might as well say $113,000 a year. This ain't no lifetime, y'all. This is a year. Key points about Commonwealth attorney salaries in Kentucky. And remember, Matt Butler is the Commonwealth attorney now. And Edison Banks, who has been absent on sick leave for a few years, we're talking. So he racked up a real good salary while he was at home. Key points about Commonwealth attorney salaries in Kentucky. The average salary is around $85,126 or $27. The 25th percentile was around $69,500, and the 75th percentile, $112,900. So, and that also can fluctuate. So you've got a judge and an attorney in the same family, but yet they want the community, to put the kids through school. Okay, one more. And this is for the sheriff. Okay. As of October 2024, the average annual salary for a sheriff in Kentucky is $99,789, or about $47.98 per hour. The majority of sheriff salaries in Kentucky range from $85,100 to $105,100, with the top 10% of earners making $121,593 or more. So Mickey was in that top 10%, or top 25th percent anyway, because he was right outside of that top 10%, because the top 10% makes about $121,000, and he said he was going to make $115,000. So I just think that is absolutely a perfect example. Both of these fundraising sites are perfect examples of entitled people that are greedy. I understand that this is a horrible situation. I understand that lawyers' fees are going to have to be paid, but why should the community be paying for these lawyers' fees when most of us are barely making it, And I can tell you, there wasn't none of them ever helping me when I needed help. Not one of them. Oh my goodness. Look there. We got love bug, honey. Thank you so much. I just got my second super, I don't know, is it a super sticker or a super chat? I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Thank you, Love Bug. Thank you. Let's celebrate their 10th super on a live stream. Oh, praise God, honey. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's go up here and look at some of these comments and see what everybody else is saying. See ya later. I'm not going to donate for a college fund. My grandkids will get what little I can give. That's right. You know, most of us don't have money to be throwing away. Betty Spurlock, my uncle is the sheriff in Clay County. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Well, that's awesome. You know, we need good law enforcement officers. I don't want anybody to mistake my criticism of officials, of official misconduct is what I criticize. I'm not criticizing the ones who actually do good and do what they're supposed to do. These other two videos that I'm going to show you are older news reports of our fiscal meetings, but they have are new. The guy who was elected our judge executive now, Terry Adams, he was on the fiscal court at the time when Jim Ward was the judge executive. And if you guys heard him on that, he said, I refuse to take from my people to give to the sheriff's department where they can't budget their own stuff after Letcher County had already given them over $2.7 million for their their deficits. Blows me away. When were these GoFundMe's established? AB, hi honey, almost 10,000 for sheriff on judges, only 1,500 donated. Yep. Mickey's for the Mickey's wife and daughter, it was at the end of August. Like it was right after the incident happened. They her sister-in-law put hers together. And then October 4th was when Matt Butler put the educational fundraiser together. I don't know. Let's see. New sheriff asking for money already. Let's see. New sheriff in town. The new sheriff is actually, let me pull that up and we'll look at it. New sheriff of Letcher County. And I'll show you who he is. If they have it. It might have just been in a newspaper. I might have to look it up on this other one. Let me see. I just had it up there a minute ago. Letcher County new sheriff. Let's see. New Letcher County sheriff sworn in. Here we go. They're going to show us. It might have a picture. All right. Can you see it? Can everybody see it? All right, let me read this one. This is from WLWT5. I don't even know who this news is, but all right. A new sheriff is on the job in Letcher County, Kentucky, as the former sheriff awaits trial for allegedly unaliving a judge inside his chambers. We know all that stuff. I want to see who the new... Now, Billy Jones has been sworn in as Stein's replacement as Letcher County Sheriff. Jones grew up in the area and has already made changes in the wake of the pew-pew, including the installation of a new metal detector at the front of the courthouse. Jones is also working to hire more deputies and courthouse security. So that is all that says. All right. But let's see what everybody's got to say. Prissy Pants. That place is pure evil and full of crooks. Shameful place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. LS, Sheriff Department funding comes mostly from property taxes. Often sheriffs have to get a personal loan to pay debt expenses. I know it's weird, but true. Well, thanks for the information. So the sheriff pays personal loan with property tax money. That means a new sheriff starts at zero and has to get a loan. And then you also have to remember, let me see if I can pull this up and I'll show you. Let's see. I didn't know what I was allowed to put up on YouTube with like photographs, because I pulled them all off. Letcher County. I pulled all the pictures off that they had put up. I might have to look at it look it up this other way. Give me just a second, because I found it. I told you all in a previous video that I had heard that Mickey had deleted the Facebook page, the Letcher County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, off. And so then when I went to go look, I actually found it. They've took it off. They have completely deleted it. Yep. It's not there no more. It is not there no more. Letcher County Sheriff's Office. It's gone, guys. It is finally gone. It must have took them a while to get. It must have took a while for it to completely get taken off. Because I found it afterwards, after the pew-pew happened. I'm glad I got all the pictures off. I've got them in my camera roll. So we'll have to see. Oh, look here! We got another super sticker. Thank you, you guys. You just have no idea. It's getting cold outside. Oh, let's see. Praise the Lord. My dad was a sheriff's deputy. I think is what that means. SD. Hit your notification bell so you don't miss a show. That's right, honey. Thank you. $115,000 a year in Letcher. They weren't hurting for nothing. That's exactly right. I know how much I've made every year at my jobs, and it wasn't even half that. Let's see. I think district judges make the same across the board, whether they work a 24/7 or they work till noon and go home. Yeah, that's right. They're salaries. It's salary. Some counties have heavier caseload. Yep. Those kinds of jobs are just salaried. So it doesn't matter if, the courthouse was closed 3 days a week, they're still going to make, what their salary is. At least that's my understanding. And the rest of the county makes $7.25 an hour. That's right. Oh, hey, Elizabeth, I'd love to be a moderator for your channel. Well, honey, I need all the help I can get, so we will absolutely do that. You are wonderful. You helped me so much. Thank you. We'll get that done, okay? The administrative office of the courts reimburses the sheriff's office for bailiffs and court security. Wonder how much SD deputies make a year. It's a good question. Had to take my doggy out, so I'll catch up later. Okay. Nicholas Dryden. Hello, honey. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Come on in. Take a seat and join the conversation. Why didn't administrative office of the courts require metal detectors in Letcher County Courthouse long before now? Listen, this is how officials in Letcher County work. I had mentioned it in one of my earlier videos, one of my very first ones. We had went, my girlfriend was very concerned about metal detectors in our schools, right? None of our schools have metal detectors. And she had went to the meeting, the school board meeting. Well, Whitesburg, Letcher County School Board, just recently, let me pull that up. I'll see if we can look at that. They went out and bought 2 SUVs for $80,000 apiece. Letcher County School Board purchases SUV. Here we go. June 26th, 2024, June 20th, 2024. Okay. We'll look at both of them. Let me get this pulled up. And then when my girlfriend asked them about putting metal detectors in the schools, well, they said, oh, well, that's too expensive. That's awful expensive. She said, yeah, I know. But yet, okay, can y'all see it? Letcher County School Superintendent is responding to concerns over the school's purchase of a Suburban for student transportation. And I thought they bought 2 of them. Oh, we're going to read the other one too. In a statement, Denise Yantz, remember in our Speak Your Piece, there's a whole lot of people calling out Denise Yantz, says they needed an economical and safe option for transporting small groups that travel for competitive events and with diesel vehicles recommended over gas when transporting students for safety, the options were limited. She says state law prohibits 15 passenger vans for students and insurance won't cover 12 passenger vans because they are prone to rollovers. So the 9 passenger options were what remained. She says they were able to get it at the state price list of $67,000, which is half the cost of a small bus. All right. And then let me go over here and pull this other one up. This was in the Mountain Eagle. Oh, everybody was so upset over this. So upset. This was June 26th of this year. The Letcher County School Board, the Chevy Suburban, and the facts. The Letcher County Board of Education's purchase of a Chevy Suburban that was reported more than a month ago by the Mountain Eagle sparked a social media furor when a car dealership posted a picture thanking the board for the purchase. Yeah, that's how everybody found out about this too. The dealership made the picture, and here it is to the side. We'll go look at that here in just a second. Posters on Facebook demanded to know how the vehicle would be used. Posts, I guess is maybe what they're. I told you they desperately need a new editor. Posted exaggerated prices for the vehicle. I don't know. And made allegations of corruption against school board members and the superintendent. Some claimed without evidence that the vehicle was for an employee or family member to drive home. I read a lot of them, and I don't remember anybody saying that. While people, what I remember people saying was, now they're going to be riding up in all them teachers' conventions together in style. Allegedly. All right. Would be used, post exaggerated. Okay. Some claimed without evidence and drive home. While people posted prices from $100,000 to $120,000 for the SUV, the only thing I saw was that it was $80,000, which is not too much higher than the 67. The school district bought it at a state price contract for $67,000. However, the Board of Education approved the purchase in May after Superintendent Denise Yance told the board the SUV would save the district money by providing transportation for academic teams and sports teams that are too small for a school bus. We have all kinds of little school buses, like they use for the Head Starts and stuff. In its May 22nd edition, the Mountain Eagle reported, the board approved the purchase of a 9-passenger diesel-powered suburban SUV to use for smaller academic and sports teams to travel. At $60,000, Yance said it costs less than a bus and won't require a commercial driver's license to drive. So that right there, they tried to cut $10,000, well, $7,000 if you want to be exact, but they didn't report the correct price the first time. Apparently, because am I the only one reading it that way? At $60,000, Yance said it costs less than a bus and won't require a commercial driver's license to drive, so they don't have to pay a bus driver. Because every time that a bus driver takes kids to a ball game or anything, I know because my kids play ball, they have to pay the bus driver. Instead, the board will begin a driver safety course tailored to the vehicle, and anyone driving it will be required to take that course. She said insurance is less than that for a 12-passenger van, and the insurance company tells her it's safer. She said she also checked on a 15-passenger van, but that would require a driver with a CDL. The board approved the purchase unanimously. While some on social media claimed there are no teams small enough for a 9-passenger vehicle, Yance said middle school robotics teams have 5 members. Golf teams are small, and even our dance team was small this year. She said academic teams, such as the speech team, often have only 2 or 3 members who win in regional competition and advance to state, and the vehicle would be available for those teams. The flames were fanned more after several people posted a screenshot purporting to show a comment by Yance's husband, Rocky Yance, calling the post's Facebook ignorance and saying half the population is below average intelligence. This is our school's superintendent's husband. Is my face red? Let me see. Can you all see? Is that not the most? Oh, the screen is black. Crap. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me do this again. I apologize. It's a good thing I read it, isn't it? Can you see it now? Ah, geesh. Can you see it now? Each and every trip should be documented. They have to show where every penny goes. Sorry, y'all. That's what we get when we've got the free version of everything. Sorry. Okay, let me get back to my outrage. So, that's the superintendent's husband calling Letcher County ignorant. Let me reread that. Okay. Can y'all see it? Is it black or is it up yet? Can y'all see it now? Let me read it. The flames were fanned more after several people posted a screenshot purporting to show a comment by Yance's husband, Rocky Yance, calling the post Facebook ignorance and saying half the population is below average intelligence. Holy cow. Can y'all believe he said that? Oh, and your wife is the superintendent. Wow, of our school system. Okay, no Facebook page turned up for Rocky Yance in searches this week, though he has had an account in the past. Meanwhile, Superintendent Yance said Tuesday that the Suburban will not be taken home by district employees and will be parked on school district property, such as a school or the school bus garage, when teams aren't using it. She said bus drivers are the only employees who keep board-owned vehicles at home. A driver's safety course is being designed by the district transportation department and will be taught this summer before school begins. They don't have to have a CDL, but they'll have to have a CDL physical and drug screening, just like the school bus drivers, Yance said. And since y'all couldn't see it before, I'm going to pull it up there to the top. So it's the Mountain Eagle, June 26, 2024. Holy cow. Okay, my only point with bringing this up, metal detectors are too expensive to even discuss. And so my girlfriend called the school board. Well, they said their very first words were, "Oh, well, that'll be expensive. Here, let me send you to the LCC and they can explain to you why." So they transferred her to LCC. Somebody finally picked up there at the school, and they said, and she told them what she was calling about, to ask them about how much it would cost to put metal detectors in our schools or at the high school. And they said the exact same thing. "Oh, well, that'd be awful expensive. Here, well, let me transfer you to the school board," or whoever it was, that they had just transferred her to them. And she said, No. I've done talked to them. They sent me to you. Oh, well, she never did get a straight answer. So a lot of people went to the school board meeting, and apparently they got there a little too late or something. They didn't know they had to sign in to actually be able to speak at the meeting. And so but from what other people have already went down this path with Letcher County School Board, they said it was pretty much useless because they had already given them a proposal, like citizens had already presented a proposal to the school board and stuff, and they didn't want to have anything to do with it. So it was denied. Whatever proposal that they had put forward was denied because we still don't have any metal detectors in our high school. And, we need them. We need them more than what they needed a $67,000 Suburban, in my opinion. Now, this is all my opinion, of course. And now, apparently, they've put in a metal detector at the Letcher County Courthouse. So that's good. But, it wasn't a citizen who went in there and did that. When is the next court hearing for Mickey? I'm not sure. Just like the Patrick Little case, his sentencing, if I'm not mistaken, was supposed to. It was either supposed to happen the day that Mickey went in there and did that, or it was right around that. It was in that week that Patrick Little was supposed to be sentenced for his case. So I'm sure they postponed all that stuff, but I haven't heard hide nor hair about his sentencing now. Because remember, they had to postpone his Patrick Little's sentencing because he the charge that they had him, he was indicted on 44 counts, and Jamie Hatton, our county attorney who handles the misdemeanors, he was appointed as the special prosecutor in a felony case, which blows my mind, but he was appointed as the special prosecutor to handle Patrick's case. He's the one who put forth that he wouldn't oppose house arrest or work release, and meanwhile, he works directly straight across the street. His business is straight across the street from the Letcher County High School. And I didn't see anything in there that said in that what they were reporting the plea bargain to be, where they would make him register as a SMEX offender. I didn't see that nowhere. But so they ended up with the new Safer Kentucky Act that was just put into place, I think in July is what I said it was. His charge doesn't qualify for any kind of special sentencing recommendations because the nature of the charge itself, one of them, they dismissed every count except for 2. They had him indicted on 44 counts, 21 counts or 22 counts of one thing and 22 counts of the other charge. But both of them were charges dealing with sexual abuse. They dismissed in the plea bargain. They were dismissing 42 counts and only keeping 1 count of each. Well, the one charge that they had him with didn't qualify for special sentencing recommendations. And the way that I read the wording in the Safer Kentucky Act, if I'm not mistaken, it made him a violent. It made the charge a violent felony, which he's not eligible for. So they had to postpone the sentencing because they didn't think that this plea bargain was going to work. So now I'm interested in seeing what the new plea bargain will be. Because if he wasn't eligible for that, thank God he wasn't eligible for that. And he should be made to register as a SMEX offender, in my opinion. And there's no way that he should be operating a business straight across the street from a high school. I mean, am I the only one that's outraged about that? Unbelievable. Let's see. The bigger the county, the more money the police and judges make. Yeah, I'd say that's probably true. Nicholas Dryden, I love your channel. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you for being here. LS, Perry County Circuit Judge wrote an order that all law enforcement had to check guns, pew-pews at the door unless on official business. They should do that everywhere, truthfully. I mean, they've got enough non-lethal ways that they can handle that security. I mean, I just pulled up Letcher County Sheriff's Department on Facebook, but I can't figure out how to share it with you. Oh, did you find it? Okay, I couldn't find it on mine. It wouldn't pull up. But so that means that it's still there. That's all that matters. I might be able to pull it up on my phone. That's how I pulled it up before. I hadn't pulled it up on my desktop yet. But thank you for letting me know that. All right, there you go. Hey, Elizabeth, I'm following you on TikTok as well. Thank you. I've only got like one thing up on TikTok. I'm over here in Pike. I'm loving your channel. Thank you, honey. Stay with us. We'll grow it as big as we can. AB, they didn't want to put that money out for metal detectors. That's right. They didn't. This is because a law enforcement officer went to the pre-trial office, got angry, and patted his pew-pew. Please hit the thumbs up. Let's get this channel out. Yes, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. That helps a lot on the algorithm. The more likes that we get, the more share, the more they put it in their suggestions for people. So it really, really helps. The more likes that we get and shares. Can't see anything. Screen's black. I'm sorry. Each and every trip should be documented. They have to show where every penny goes. They should be, but just like as early as 2015, that video that we just watched, that news report, they were commingling funds for how long? And you're just now quitting that practice in the last 10 years. That should have, but that's what I'm saying. You get people, when people are elected to positions around here, it's a popularity vote. It's not who's the most qualified. It's not who's who's got the most education and experience, and who knows the most about the situation, or the office, or whatever, just whatever elected office you want to talk about, whether it be the judge executive, whether it be the sheriff, whether it be school board members. You've got to have people on the board to approve or not approve these kinds of budgeting issues. Well, if you got people on a school board that don't really know what they're doing, or if you have people on a board of any kind that just doesn't have the experience or the moral integrity, you know, it's very discouraging to me. Let's see. Y'all should have told that man, surely one of your intelligent people at school board is smart enough to get their CDLs. Truck drivers can. Yeah. Cheryl Butler. I'm getting ready to get on my soapbox. That's all right. Here we are. LS. I think the judges could have demanded metal detectors from administrative office of the courts. They are also the ones to install panic buttons in the courtroom and the judge's office. Well, as informal as what everything is around here, I just, there was a reason why. A lot of people were really shocked when they saw the video of Mickey and Kevin, that Kevin was in there smoking a cigarette. Like, he was sitting at his desk with a cigarette in his hand when Mickey did what he did. And so you don't really have any courthouses anywhere else that I know of that's got smoking rooms, and rooms that don't have cameras in them. So, it's just, and I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade and say that everything should be, a certain way, but because I'm sure not always right. But, as certain kinds of societal norms modernize, we kind of have to catch up with it. Or you end up with a whole bunch of corrupt, issues, period. The jail log arrest record tells a big tale. Who went in, who went home, how many times. Court records tell who reported who and became judge and tried previous clientele. Let's see. Heck, they apparently don't have smoke detectors either. Judge smoking in the chambers. That's right. That is sad. As I watch these trials, I see the excessive amount of time and taxpayer money is wasted in the legal process by the lawyers and judges playing games and dragging out the trials. We pay for this. You hit that, Miss Butler. You hit that nail on the head too, honey. They don't give a crap about these children's education. Superintendent not doing her job. Look up how much a superintendent makes a year, too. Nice Suburban, though. That's right, AV. They could take those GoFundMe page for fun and put metal detectors in your high school. How about putting a GoFundMe up for metal detectors? That's right. For the kids at the school. Yes, it sounds way below professional standards for government officials to behave. Yeah. Thumbs up. All right, y'all. Well, we've been on here a long time. I'm sorry I was a little bit late getting on today, but I sure didn't feel very good today. Like, the little house that I have, like, it's not much bigger than a little shack. And we have one little propane heater on the wall in one of my boys' rooms. And that little propane heater, he has to heat our whole house. And So I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like not to be able to depend on anybody but myself for, for my income. Like, they ain't nobody helps me with anything. If I don't get up and work and make it, then we don't have it. Period. That's just all there is to it. And so I get a little testy sometimes, when it comes to nepotism and stuff like that. I get a little bent out of shape about it. You've got a lot of people, a lot of qualified people out here who can't get jobs. They can't get the good paying jobs anyway. But that's all right. Okay, y'all. Well, we're all gonna go through this stuff together. But y'all have a great rest of your night, and we will do another Speak Your Piece tomorrow. The good thing about just now starting to do Speak Your Piece, I have 10 years of Speak Your Pieces that we can go back through and read. So we will not be without a episode for quite some time. Anyway, well, you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night. Bye.